these winners are happy they won, you could be happy next. It's the Publishers Clearinghouse $5,000 a week forever prize. Win and you get $5,000 a week for your life. Then after that, someone you choose gets $5,000 a week for their life. Leave a legacy for your family. Watch your mail or go to pch.com and enter. August 31st, you could win $5,000 a week forever.
The $600 Walmart gift card is back.
Weekdays on CBS 6 this morning.
I'm Dr. Michael Minnan. I'm a cardiologist and the Chief Medical Officer of Chippenham Johnson Lewis. The American Red Cross is the sole provider of blood products to our hospitals in Richmond and the surrounding area. The average transfusion requires about 3 pints of blood, but a trauma victim can use up to 10 times that many. The American Red Cross needs 400 donations a day to meet the needs of our patients. You can help by hosting a blood drive at your church, school, or place of work.
CBS 6 Traffic, powered by James River Air.
We work in Virginia.
And we earned our degrees at Averett University.
For more than 150 years, Averett has been a leader in higher education, offering adult degree programs for nearly 3 decades. With campuses throughout the state, Averett offers accelerated programs at night and online. Our professors work in the areas they teach: business, education, nursing, and criminal justice. Advance your career with adult degree programs that work. Your time is now. Call or visit mytimeisnow.com.
What's the human spirit made of? Maybe it's made up of what we are and everything we can be, allowing us to push ourselves farther than we ever thought possible, accomplishing things bigger than we could have created on our own. Here's to the human spirit in everything we do.
Welcome back. Fewer people seem to be getting screened for certain cancers, including breast cancer. The rates either dropped or they just didn't improve. In today's Buddy Check 6 report, CBS 6 anchor Reba Hollingsworth looks at what could be keeping patients away.
In July of 2012, Merv Baldecki went in for a routine mammogram.
Very compliant. Every year I went for my mammograms.
This time, she was called back.
Within 48 hours, I had a diagnosis of breast cancer. First thing, of course, you think of is that you're going to die.
Merv, a mother of 3, got the news she was in the early stages of breast cancer at 48 years old. A recent study from the Centers for Disease Control and Prevention reveals many adults are failing to undergo recommended cancer screenings for colorectal, cervical, and breast cancers. With early detection being a key factor in saving lives, doctors are concerned.
I do think that the guidelines are repeatedly being changed, and there's a lot of controversy.
And a lot of confusion, says Dr. Hilda Cardonoso, chair of breast imaging at VCU Massey Cancer Center. The American Cancer Society recommends getting a mammogram every year starting at age 40. But in 2009, the U.S. Preventative Task Force set breast cancer guidelines at 50 every other year.
We are preparing ourselves to undo all the benefits we have gained by, if we were to follow that recommendation. The point of mammography is to try to identify this as early as possible. Why? Because the treatments are better.
Merv doesn't know what would have happened if she would have waited until she was 50 to get her mammogram. She says catching it early saved her life. Merv looks good. She ended up having a mastectomy. Dr. Cardonoso says how to pay for a mammogram should never be an issue. There are programs out there to help. That information is on our website at WTVR.com. For Buddy Check 6, I'm Reba Hollingsworth.
And speaking of breast cancer screenings, the Ellen Shaw D. Paredes Breast Cancer Foundation is holding its first Bowling for Boobs fundraiser next month.
She said it, I didn't. It's to raise money to provide free mammograms to lower-income women in our area. It's happening on August 15th from 2 to 5 p.m. at the AMF Sunset Lanes on West Broad Street. For $25, teams of 5 can bowl 3 games for fun and prizes. There'll even be a raffle afterwards. Well, lost pets. Why some local shelters say they've taken in more stray pets this weekend, and what you should do if you come across a stray pet.
CBS 6 closed captioning is sponsored by Hadid Mercer Rug Cleaning. Visit HadidMercerRugCleaning.com.
At H.H. Gregg, the 4th of July sale is hotter than ever. 0 down and 0 interest till January 2018. Up to 35% off appliances.
Great Scottish!
A Samsung refrigerator, $9.99. A Samsung front-load washer or dryer, $4.99.
Great Scottish!
Get 0 down and 0 interest till January 2018. Top brands, low prices, fast delivery.
Great Scottish!
A lot can happen overnight.
And you depend on us to get you caught up when you get up.
Never miss a moment. Breaking news.
Important stories.
Weather to plan your day.
What happens overnight.
Right now and the day ahead.
CBS 6 This Morning.
Super Polygrip seals out more food particles so your food won't get stuck. And you can enjoy every single bite. Eat loud, live loud. Super Polygrip. Super Polygrip holds your dentures tightly in place, so you never have to hold back. Laugh loud, live loud. Super Polygrip.
Going to be a wet few days in central Virginia with an additional 2 inches of rain expected.
How's your roof? For roof replacement and repairs, call Cross Timbers Roofing at 275-9373.
Start your day off right. CBS 6 This Morning, working for you.
If you're looking for the ultimate entertainment experience, you're ready. Ready to bring your TV and internet together like never before. You're ready for the X1 Entertainment Operating System from Xfinity. Call 1-800-800-1275 and get Xfinity TV, internet, and voice from Comcast for only $33 each a month for 12 months when you bundle all 3. With Xfinity, you'll find the last 9 shows and channels you've watched with the touch of a button. Plus, Xfinity Internet delivers the fastest, most reliable in-home Wi-Fi for all rooms, all devices, all the time. Get Xfinity TV, internet, and voice for $33 each a month for 12 months when you bundle all 3. And upgrade to 4 times the internet speed for just $12 more a month. It's all backed by our 30-day money-back Comcast customer guarantee, so it's risk-free. You're ready for the ultimate entertainment experience. You're ready for Xfinity. Call 1-800-800-1275. That's 1-800-800-1275. Xfinity, the future of awesome.
From heat pumps to faucets, water heaters, and gas logs, Gherkin does it all. Remember, if it's not working, call Gherkin. 741-6630.
1 minute you're behind the wheel, the next your windshield is smashed. It's dangerous, costly, and happening at an alarming rate to Central Virginia drivers.
The one thing you may not have that could save you hundreds of dollars.
Tuesday on CBS 6 News at 11.
We've got a lot working for you tomorrow.
Using your face to stop crime, the surprising new tool one credit card company is using to keep your personal information out of the hands of hackers when you shop online.
Plus, I'll tell you when the extreme heat will return across Central Virginia and when we'll see our next chance of rain.
And you talk about a cheap breakfast. You can get your hands on an entire meal tomorrow for just 57 cents.
Wow. All that plus breaking news when you wake up with us tomorrow. Right now at 5:30, more lost dogs are being taken in after the holiday weekend. What you can do to get your pet back home.
And we are going to hear from the World Cup champions. What about the legend Abby Wambach has to say about this historic World Cup win against Japan?
Working for you. CBS 6 News at 5:30 starts now.
But first we start with an alert. Chesterfield police need your help to find one of the most wanted men in the state. I'm Candace Burns.
And I'm Rob Zier. Thanks for joining us at 5:30. CBS 6's Joe St. George has been working for you to dig up more details about this fugitive's background.
Have you seen this Richmond man? Pernell Davis Pittman, known as Perky, is one of the most wanted men in Virginia. According to the Department of Corrections, he has a history of assault, and while he was released from jail last December, he never reported to his probation officer and never registered as a sex offender. In fact, records show he failed to register in 2007, in 2013 twice. and again in 2014. So we were curious, just how often do sex offenders not register? A quick search online shows it happens quite often. Countless men in Henrico, Chesterfield, and Richmond not registering, including Pernell Pittman.
It's a very common charge in the state of Virginia.
Defense attorney Claire Cardwell says this happens a lot and says even if the state thinks a sex offender won't register when they leave prison, there is nothing they can do.
Once the sentence is served, they have to be released.
However, failing to register remains a serious crime. For instance, if Pittman is caught, he'll likely be going back to jail.
They can receive up to 5 years in prison for the first time if they're convicted. They can receive up to 10 years in prison for the second time.
Cardwell believes if the state wants to cut down on the number of registered sex offenders, they should change the system. Right now, registration is mailed every 90 days, and for some, it's hard to keep track.
There are people who have a hard time maintaining a stable residence, and so they find themselves moving, and then they don't get their mail.
And we should mention that the Virginia State Police say the number of unregistered sex offenders in the Commonwealth doesn't appear to be increasing by any measure, but the U.S. Marshal's Office did launch a campaign last month to crack down on them. That yielded 10 arrests. Working for you tonight at the Virginia State Police Headquarters in Chesterfield, I'm Joe St. George, CBS 6 News. Guys, back to you.
Thank you, Joe. Richmond police are looking for the person who fired gunshots near 2 schools close to downtown. This was the scene at the intersection of Moore and Kinney Streets. That's just 2 blocks away from Carver Elementary and the Maggie Walker Governor School on West Lee Street. Responding officers found a wounded person on the ground around 9 o'clock last night. He is in the hospital with non-life-threatening injuries. At this point, police have not announced any motive or any arrests.
A crime alert out of Henrico. A woman is facing several charges after a domestic situation turned dangerous. On July 4th, Henrico police responded to the 3300 block of Darbytown Road for a domestic call. Investigators say 45-year-old Tricia D. Crump brandished a firearm at her husband during an argument. They both then fought over the firearm, which caused it to discharge. Crump was charged with brandishing, reckless handling of a firearm, and attempted malicious wounding. And Henrico firefighters are still investigating what started this fire that destroyed a home in the county's East End. Flames engulfed a vacant house on Byron Street, just off Mechanicsville Turnpike. The fire was coming out of the back of the 2-story home when crews arrived around midnight. They tell us the blaze was contained in about an hour.
New information tonight, Richmond and Henrico Animal Control are dealing with the high number of lost and stray dogs after this holiday weekend. This is a look at a few of the animals that they picked up around the 4th of July. Both groups say they took in more dogs than usual, possibly because the pets, they get spooked by firework displays and they run away. Richmond Animal Control received 15 dogs and puppies this weekend, and because it was a holiday weekend, they decided to give them patriotic names like Miss Firecracker and Independence. 5 of the puppies have been claimed, which means 10 dogs or 10 animals are still waiting to go home.
Microchip collar and tags, some sort of identification. It really is a quick trip out of here, and to make sure that, you know, we can reunite you all as quick as possible.
And Henrico officials want to remind you that it is state law to notify animal control if you find a missing pet. They say allowing experts to get the pet back to its owner is always the safest option.
Well, it was a cool day today. Still been pretty cool, but nice outside.
And some rain moving through parts of central Virginia. Meteorologist Zach Daniel is in the Weather Center with a look at the forecast.
Yeah, much like it's been for the past several days, it's either pouring or it's just sunny and hot and humid. We've seen that pattern, and today is no different. East side of town, soaked out towards Sandston. This is our Millionaire Sky Tracker camera. Had a heavy shower move through there. Out in the west end, not much happening. Part of the reason we're getting the storms is this area of low pressure. That's providing the lift, but we also have lots of humidity out there. You combine that with the heat, you get an atmosphere that's going to produce these storms just about each and every afternoon. A few of these up around Orange County, Louisa County, down across 64, some heavier activity, especially up and down 522 from Goochland to Powhatan. Heavy rainfall there and in toward Manic and Sabot. Now out toward Short Pump, it's getting a bit more active, so things changing pretty quickly. It's been dry up to this point, but now seeing some showers. Same story out near Chester, and then heavy rainfall continues out on the east end. This is out toward Highway 249, Williamsburg Road, Roxbury up to Quinton, and that's heading up north toward King William. None of this severe. In fact, not a lot of lightning, just some brief, very heavy rainfall. Temperatures really reflect how close you are to one of these showers and storms. 70s if you've seen the rain, upper 80s and low 90s if you haven't. And for tonight, in any one location, about a 40% chance for seeing showers and storms. Those rain chances will taper off as the night wears on, and we'll all be stuck in the heat and the humidity. Kind of a muggy night tonight, and higher heat's on its way. We'll talk about the mid to upper 90s and when they'll get here in a few minutes.
Thanks, Zach. Developing now, European Union members say it's now up to Greece to come up with a plan to deal with its debt crisis after they rejected the union's plan over the weekend. Greece has ordered all of its banks to remain closed, and there is a limit as to how much money people can withdraw from ATMs. The country rejected a proposed bailout on Sunday. Greece would have been given $8 billion. In exchange, foreign creditors wanted steep tax hikes and cuts to pensions and public spending. EU members met Tuesday, and the White House says the two sides need to work out a deal.
It will require both a package of financing and reforms that will allow Greece to achieve, or at least be on a path towards some debt sustainability, but also be on a path toward economic growth.
And experts say this crisis could have a spillover effect and ultimately hit financial markets in the United States. The head of the International Monetary Fund says the organization is monitoring the situation in Greece and stands ready to help if needed.
All right, right now, soccer fans across the country are celebrating Team USA's big win at the Women's World Cup Championship. The Americans overwhelmed Japan 5-2 last night. Team USA scored 4 goals in the first 16 minutes of the finals against Japan. MVP Carly Lloyd scored a hat-trick, including this great goal right here from midfield. Unbelievable. As the match neared the end, Lloyd gave her captain armband to 35-year-old forward Abby Wambach. The former FIFA Player of the Year has said this will be her last World Cup.
She deserves it. I mean, she's been a legend. She's been an inspiration on and off the field.
I was asking my teammates next to me, I'm like, seriously, am I alive? I feel like this is like what heaven is supposed to feel like.
The win, you could say, is sweet revenge for the U.S. team who lost to Japan in the 2011 final. Lloyd's hat-trick is the first ever in a Women's World Cup final and the fastest ever in World Cup history for men or women. Coming up at 6, we'll tell you about 4 Virginia connections on this winning U.S. women's team.
Very exciting news. And here is a look at today's big stories. There's been another shark attack along the North Carolina coast. That makes 8 bites in less than a month. A spokesman for a naval hospital near Sur City says the victim was brought into the facility on Saturday, July 4th. The male victim was reportedly treated and released, and it's not known whether the victim is a member of the military. The Republican-controlled Senate in South Carolina has voted to remove the Confederate battle flag from the grounds of the State House in Columbia. The debate was settled with a 37-3 vote, and this issue will now head to the House of Representatives. The state's governor called for the flag to be taken down in the wake of the recent Charleston church shooting.
That's right.
A couple from Midlothian who witnessed the recent deck collapse at a North Carolina beach house is telling us their story tonight. The incident left 24 people injured, 2 of them critically. In an exclusive interview with CBS 6's Laura French, Lisa Hahn and her husband talk about the terror they heard before calling 911 to help their neighbors. Investigators say old mills are to blame for that collapse.
Well, the Richmond Flying Squirrels are home tonight at the Diamond, and you
All
can
them
see some
years
special
you made
guests
that
if you
money
decide to
off of
stop
that
by.
house, man,
Founding
that's
fathers
enough.
Patrick Henry, Thomas Jefferson, George Washington, and several Virginia delegates from the 1775 Second Virginia Conventions at St. John's Church will be in attendance cheering on the Squirrels tonight, and you can meet and talk with them before the game. Patrick Henry is set to throw out the first pitch coming up at 6:05.
Well,
Go ahead. Sorry.
I didn't mean to cut you off.
No, go ahead. I was going to say, I didn't know Patrick Henry could throw a baseball.
Well, he's considered founding father of the Burt's Bees brand. Bert Shavitz has died at the age of 80. How his company started by chance after picking up a hitchhiker more than 30 years ago.
This widespread brush fire in California scorched more than 300 acres when investigators sparked the massive blaze over the weekend.
And he has taken a step back in terms of learning in the summertime. There are 3 simple things experts suggest you do to help your kids avoid the summer slide.
And don't fall into your own summer slide. Remember to set your alarm for CBS 6 this morning. Tomorrow, we're giving away another $600 Walmart gift card. Log on to WTVR.com, then register. Watch Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, every day of the week at 6:30 and see if your name is called. And as always, we wish you the best of luck.
On the next Access Hollywood.
All the details behind Princess Charlotte's royal christening, first images, and the global reaction. Then how the stars spent their 4th of July weekend.
Next Access
Who gives
Hollywood.
a flip?
Tonight at 7:30 on CBS 6.
Stole everything
from the people who brought you the Baconator. It's Wendy's Baconator fries, just $1.99. Freshly cooked applewood smoked bacon joins forces with melty cheddar to take fries to another dimension. This summer, Baconator fries at a Wendy's near you.
When you commit to South University, we commit to you. When you choose to enter a demanding field, we deliver a focused curriculum. When you let nothing get in the way of your ambition, we put you in good hands. When your caring nature leads you to a rewarding career, we prepare you for success. When you invest in your future, we make your time worth it. For information about occupational therapy or other programs, call South University or visit us online. We're ready for you.
Stopping him from texting his ex? Good call. Dialing up a Wendy's spicy chicken sandwich? Better call. Wendy's, your night just got better.
CBS 6 traffic, powered by James River Air.
Our homemade lemonade and iced tea recipes call for just a handful of simple ingredients, like real tea and lemons, because at Turkey Hill, simple is best. Pure and chilled lemonade and iced tea from Turkey Hill, always chilled for freshness.
When you paint with frog tape, something magical happens. Because frog tape is the only painting tape with patented paint block technology to give you the cleanest, sharpest lines possible. The patented paint block reacts with water and latex paint to form a microbarrier against paint bleed. Frog Tape Delicate even works on freshly painted surfaces, giving you maximum creative flexibility. For professional results when you paint, there's only one name to know. Frog Tape. Keeps paint out, keeps lines sharp.
Join Antoinette Essa every Wednesday, Thursday, and Friday on CBS 6 for The A-List, sponsored by Town Bank, a frankly different bank.
At the end of the broadcast, I'm most proud of what we have done as a team and to deliver to the American people the highest quality news broadcast today.
A new sunrise, a new day, and it starts with the people you know and trust. Breaking news, important local stories, weather to plan your day. We know you have a busy life. Let us help make it easier. Start your day off right. CBS 6 This Morning.
New at 5:30, some sad news to report. Bert Shavitz, the co-founder and face of Burt's Bees Natural Cosmetics, he died at the age of 80. Shavitz died of respiratory complications in Maine, and he was surrounded by family and friends. The Burt's Bees brand started by chance. Shavitz, a bearded beekeeper who sold honey from a roadside stand, pulled over one day in 1984 to pick up a hitchhiker named Roxanne Quimby. The two hit it off right away, and Quimby started making candles from Shavitz beeswax. The pair made $200 at their first craft fair selling the candles, and within a year they pulled in $20,000. Soon they started making all kinds of other products featuring Shavitz's face and beard on the labels. The company remains one of the most recognizable natural care brands in the United States.
New information following the Northern California are breathing a sigh of relief after firefighters stopped a brush fire from engulfing their homes. This is the video from Saturday as flames came roaring down just west of Sacramento. Firefighters worked through the night and managed to contain the fire by Sunday morning. Investigators believe people shooting fireworks may have sparked the fire. Neighbors say they can't believe people could be so careless in the middle of a drought.
Fireworks going off during the fire. Big mortars. No one has any care or aspect that fireworks may have caused a fire that might burn down houses. It saddens me.
The fire scorched more than 300 acres, but no homes were damaged.
Now from CBS 6, the Weather Authority, Chief Meteorologist Zach Daniel.
All right, another warm and humid afternoon. Another afternoon with pop-up showers and thunderstorms. See the shot behind me there through our Dominion Sky Tracker camera. Looking off to the west, it's gotten a lot grayer over the past 15 to 30 minutes as some new showers have popped up. I say showers because there's just not really much in the way of lightning at the moment, but that can change at any time. Area of low pressure over West Virginia continues over the area. This will be our last day to deal with that low. This low will finally move northeast through the area and we won't have the lift associated with that any longer. It'll just be one of those patterns with heat and humidity each afternoon, and that can still yield a few showers and storms. They just won't be as numerous for the rest of the week as they are out there for today. Out near Short Pump, as you head up toward Rockville, heavy rainfall there along 64 and all the way back down through Mannequin Sabbath, through Midlothian, heavy rainfall, and this continues right along the Chippenham and south side down toward Chester, Iron Bridge Road. Then on the east side, Tunstall down to Quinton, Roxbury down to Charles City, very heavy rainfall, and a little bit of lightning here south and west of Roxbury, and that area of rain continues right on up 360, so through Old Church, Central Garage, Aylett area, Miller's Tavern, on up toward Tappahannock. These are all headed in your direction. Again, no severe weather here. It doesn't look like we'll see any severe weather, but outside chance of one of those storms having some strong gusty winds with it and some lightning. 79 is our current temperature, and it's muggy. A dew point of 72 makes it feel like it's 82. Other temperatures across the metro area are currently a mix of 70s and 80s. It kind of depends on how close you are to one of those showers and storms. Just 75 in Mechanicsville, while it's 85 and quickly dropping out in Short Pump as rain is in the area. Other temperatures, upper 70s, low to mid 80s. And this will probably be the mildest that it is all week long as more heat begins to build into the area tomorrow. Now, right now we have a few showers around. I think our rain chances will just be on the low end for the game tonight out at the Diamond, and we'll have a passing shower. This isn't going to be the kind of thing that lasts a long time, so if you have tickets to the game tonight or you want to head out there, overall weather looks pretty good. Lows tonight, mid to upper 60s and a few low 70s. High temperatures for tomorrow. We're going to make it into the low and a few mid 90s, but look at all the 90s out here. Didn't see that today, and we will as we get into tomorrow. Also, what we won't see as much of are the rain chances. I'm going to leave all the chances less than 20%. So for the rest of tonight, showers and storms coming to an end, just a muggy night, and tomorrow may have one or two pop-up showers, mainly in the higher elevations to our west. Most of us will stay dry. On Wednesday, a little disturbance will move through. That'll bring us a slightly better chance for a pop-up shower or a thunderstorm. But really the story moving forward is going to be about the heat returning to the area. Let me show you what our temperature spread is going to do here over the next 7 days. We'll climb up in the mid-90s and then back off just a bit, down to 90 on Saturday, back up in the mid and upper 90s. There's the potential for some temperatures to approach the century mark early next week. So a lot of 90s here, and that's normal stuff for July. And we'll have slight rain chances coming up this week, but really not as widespread as what we have seen over the past several weeks.
Ooh, looks like it's about to get hot this week. Well, a Health Alert summer break is a time of fun for kids, but it can also be a time of learning loss.
Yeah, they call it the summer slide, and experts say there are a few simple ways you can help keep your kids on track. Studies show math and reading skills can decline significantly during summer months if the work isn't kept up at home. So doctors recommend reading about 30 minutes a day to help keep up the skills, and experts also say parents should encourage their children to write often over the summer, maybe keep a journal or write some letters, and take time to review school assignments from the previous year.
Well, you can think of it as Christmas in July. One day this month, Amazon is offering Black Friday deals to its Prime members.
And this bald eagle right here, released after months in rehab, will tell you what she was recovering from after the break.
CBS 6 Sky Tracker, sponsored by Baugh Auto Body.
Doppler Max 6 is sponsored by the law firm of Allen & Allen. The injury attorneys of Allen & Allen are here to fight for compensation for your injuries. Visit allenandallen.com.
For all of your plumbing, electrical, heating, and cooling needs, call Michael & Son today and get an $89 AC Precision tune-up.
If you can't, we can. Michael & Son.
What happens in your home when everyone is online at once? Does the internet ever slow down?
All the time. I'll be trying to play online and want someone else streaming in the other room.
Well, Xfinity has the fastest and most reliable in-home Wi-Fi. Look how fast this showdown is. Wow.
This is fast.
And who else was on this network? You can see all the stuff they were downloading.
Wow, that's really cool.
Xfinity is perfect for people with a house full of devices. Switch to Xfinity from Comcast for $79.99 a month for 12 months. Plus, get more speed than Fios. Only at Xfinity.com.
I'm Steve Thompson. Did you know that 70% of all accidents at home happen in the bathroom? And Rebath can help make your bathroom safe. Redesigning your bathroom for safety, comfort, and independence can be the single most important thing that you can do for an independent future. At Rebath, we have several simple solutions to allow you to stay in your home, including walk-in tubs, easy step-in showers, and safety bars. Call Rebath now and save $600 on a complete Rebath system.
When you commit to South University, we commit to you. When you answer the call to ministry, we deliver coursework that guides you down the right path. When you devote yourself to a higher calling, we help you succeed on your terms. When you decide to turn your spirituality into ministry, we're here for you. When you invest in your future, we make your time worth it. For information about ministry or other programs, call South University or visit us online. We're ready for you.
Laser light therapy could be the solution to getting rid of pain everywhere in your body. Dr. Hurst, you say this new FDA-cleared Class 4 laser is truly a medical breakthrough.
That's exactly right. We're using the laser to treat all sorts of problems like herniated discs, degenerative disc disease, sciatic leg pain, spinal stenosis, and arthritis in the spine.
And you're doing this without the use of needles or drugs or even surgery.
Absolutely. The laser penetrates deep into the tissue, stimulating new healthy cell growth. It reduces scar tissue and inflammation in the body, and it increases blood flow up to 500%, which is very important because the blood carries the vital nutrients that helps your body to heal.
And now Dr. Hurst has an offer that is pretty amazing and unheard of. It's available for the first 25 callers. You call right away. You get a 21-point spinal exam and 2 laser treatments absolutely free. This is a $345 value. Just call 1-800-PAIN-FREE right now.
Electrical problems? Call Michael & Son for all your plumbing, electrical, heating, and cooling needs. And right now, get up to $500 off.
The vegetables alive with flavor, and seafood that only needs a kiss of smoke. Anything less, and you're just playing with fire. Kroger has the fresh cuts and locally harvested produce that will make you want to get out and grill.
Juicy USDA Choice whole boneless beef ribeye is $6.99 a pound, and whole seedless watermelons are $3.99 each. Great food, low prices at Kroger.
I love our new bathroom. It's a huge upgrade from what we had before. 100% improvement. We should have done this years ago.
I couldn't have done it better myself.
That's for sure.
I love the space. This makes my bathroom look so much bigger. It's incredible.
Buyers use the Toyota badge as a shorthand for high quality and strong resale value. Because Toyotas help keep ownership costs lower. Which is why all these Toyotas are ranked an excellent value by IntelliChoice.com. So choose your car wisely and think Toyota. Just ask a friend who drives one. Toyota. Let's go places.
Spring is a great time for fireplace renewal, and the friendly experts at Hearth & Home Shop can help. Transform your fireplace into a beautiful focal wall affordably with special financing and a great spring deal. Hearth & Home Shop, Mechanicsville. Yeah, we can do that.
Oh, you hear the music. You hear it. You know what time it is.
Time to take a look at what's trending on this Monday. Up first, an Ohio woman fights City Hall, and she wins. Andrea's car was towed last year. She decided to fight the ticket. Her boyfriend noticed the parking time limit in the ordinance applies to motor vehicle camper, not a motor vehicle or a camper. The law is missing a comma. Last week, an appeals judge ruled in her favor. Her ticket was expunged, and she'll be reimbursed for her towing and legal fees. That was $1,500. Just that little comma.
Justice.
Makes a big difference.
Got to get it right. All right, well, she did do it again. Britney Spears recreating her Oops, I Did It Again album cover with a pose over the 4th of July weekend, but instead of her sultry self by herself, now she's got the little guys who make her life worthwhile. That's right, she put the kids in the new picture, and folks on the internet say they love it. Some complain she's not wearing the same outfit, but hey,
Well, she's a mom.
Brittany's a mom now.
Doing her thing.
It's okay to be who you are now.
They all look great together anyway.
I think so, too.
Well, join our conversation on any of these topics. Go to our Facebook page. Just search 8 News.
And if a comma's missing, we don't want to hear about it. You can become a part of the 8 News team. Yeah, really. You can become a part of the 8 News team when you send us a photo or video or a story idea about what's going on in your area. You can also call the 8 News hotline, 330-8000. That email address is ireport8@wric.com. We're back in a moment.
Secrets Week on Oz.
If somebody was keeping a health secret, it can not only affect your relationship, but your body.
Married couples come clean.
Tomorrow at 3 on TV8.
At Tronfeld West and Durrett, every client is part of our family.
When I say the law firm is like a family, that's the way I feel about Elizabeth West. She's just like family to me.
If your client is part of your extended family, you're going to do anything for them. I think what gives me the most satisfaction about what I do is knowing that at the end of the day, I made a difference in someone's life.
It makes all the difference in the world. She's family.
Don't fight alone. Dial 804, call Jay.
You don't have to suffer from hot flashes, night sweats, low sex drive, weight gain, or poor sleep. Renew Health and Wellness is here to help. I'm Kelly Lamb, and I'm a woman just like you. I took a 3-minute hormone test, and it changed my life. Change your life today by visiting renewmetoday.com. Get back to life. I did, and now it's your turn. Don't wait. Start right now at renewmetoday.com. That's renewmetoday.com.
Unclaimed freight notice this weekend at American Freight. Over 1,000 truckloads of living room furniture. 7-piece living room groups that include a sofa, love seat, coffee table, 2 end tables, and 2 designer lamps. You get all 7 pieces from only $398 complete. Free layaway, same-day delivery. Come to the loading docks this weekend only at American Freight in Richmond at 9700 West Broad. Phone 346-4444. That's 346-4444.
Leave the trees alone.
Welcome back. An 8 News Health Alert now about research on the effects of weight loss surgery on type 2 diabetes. Follow us here. Researchers found that many who had that surgery and made lifestyle changes saw their diabetes go into remission. Some who only changed their lifestyle saw no remission at all. Researchers caution that surgery is not a treatment for type 2 diabetes. They only say that it may be helpful.
In other health news, a new study shows some people may really be aging faster than others. Why? Here's Dr. Timothy Johnson with more on that.
Aging, it seems like some people manage to do it more gracefully than others. Now, there might be scientific evidence that certain people do, in fact, age faster than others, both on the outside and the inside. A new study out of Duke looked at 1,000 adults, all born in the same year, all 38 years old by chronological age. When they took a closer look at certain markers of aging, microscopic signs of wear and tear in their tissues and cells, they found that the biological ages ranged from 30 to 60. That's right. Some people were aging at twice the rate of others. The participants who were biologically older and aging faster scored lower on tests of strength, balance, coordination, and even IQ. Not only did these participants act and feel older, Duke undergrads who were asked to estimate the ages of participants based on headshots tended to rate the fast agers as looking older than they were. So what determines how fast we age, and how do we slow it down? Unfortunately, this study did not address those questions, but understanding aging certainly can help us get one step closer to that elusive fountain of youth. With this Medical Minute, I'm Dr. Timothy Johnson.
And that is a wrap for 8 News at 5:30.
More news where you live at 6 is just ahead. Let's get started.
8 News at 6 starts now.
Good evening and thanks for joining us. We begin with the forecast where you live.
We are keeping an eye on the chance for storms. Let's go straight to John Bernier for an update on our forecast.
Oh, yes, we've got some showers and even a couple rumbles of thunder moving through the area. I just want to pull this up for you. This is our camera from right on top of the station with the wasp on top of it, as you see, crawling across the camera. But up here, right underneath where it says 8 News Storm Tracker, we can actually see the rain coming down from this shower that's moving over the city right now. And you look above the traffic sign, you can see actually the eastern extent center of that shower right there, because you see the difference in the clouds. Okay, here's what's going on. The radar showing the showers coming in, arcing their way north across the region right now, close to home. Chesterfield's now dry. The heaviest showers you see are moving up towards Walkerton, so they're crossing into King William County, head up to the east of Aylett. Also, right over in the Montpelier area, as we see over in Hanover County, all lifting northeast, all moving pretty much out of the area by around 8 p.m. tonight.
If you want the forecast in the palm of your hand, wherever you go, you can download the 8 News Storm Tracker app. We'll give you live weather alerts and radar free right now at the App Store or Google Play. Tonight, the NAACP is backing a woman who's been arrested for trespassing at Meadowbrook High School in Chesterfield.
Police say Candace Lucas, you see her here in this video, had previously been banned from the school. She says that wasn't the case.
8 News reporter Parker Slabaugh is in our newsroom now with the details. Parker?
Well, Juan, Christina, the NAACP says they are not accusing the Chesterfield Police Department or the school system of any racial misconduct, but they say Candace Lucas was there that day to be an advocate for minority students. That's why they got involved.
NAACP, new sheriff's in town.
Strong words from the interim executive director of the Virginia State Conference for the NAACP, as he says Candace Lucas has their full support.
This issue is not about one person, it's not about one advocate, but it's about the entire state public education system that continues to push out, expel out, and criminal out too many of our children.
This issue goes back several months to April, when this cell phone video shows Candace Lucas in handcuffs, accused of trespassing. Police say they were told Lucas had been banned from the school, but she says that wasn't the case.
I was invited. I was invited by the parent and by the IEP team administration to be there to come to the table and talk about what was best for that child. I was invited.
Another parent who was filming this video had asked Lucas to help as an advocate for her child.
Unless you're versed in it, it's very difficult to navigate, and we have to level the playing field for our parents. Even the most highly educated parents may have issues and challenges going through the system and understanding the federal laws, No Child Left Behind.
Lucas is due in court tomorrow, but her attorney says that will likely be continued, so Lucas, the school system, and the NAACP can all meet together and work on an agreement.
For all of us to sit down at a table and reach a resolution that all of us can agree with.
Now, it is important to note that Lucas was offered the chance to just fill out a summons and be released, but she did not want to do that since a member of the NAACP was not allowed to accompany her to the office to fill out that paperwork. So she chose to go to jail to finish that paperwork. Now, I reached out to the Chesterfield County School System. I was told that the division respectfully declines to comment. Parker Slabaugh, 8 News.
There's an all clear this evening at Walter Reed National Military Medical Center after reports of gunshots earlier today. This, of course, less than a week after a scare at the D.C. Navy Yard. Police say a 911 caller reported a single shot inside Building 1 there in Bethesda, Maryland. But police say there's been no evidence of any shooting or any injuries. They searched that 20-story tower with dogs. They found nothing. They even checked for explosives.
Very confusing. And people are quite paranoid, you know. A lot of things happening, and we have people who are copycats. And I hope that's all it is.
Roads around that facility were closed for hours but are now reopened. All patient care at Walter Reed was suspended for the day.
New details tonight about that deck collapse in Emerald Isle, North Carolina. Authorities believe rusted nails in the 29-year-old deck simply fell apart. 24 people plunged to the ground when the deck gave way Saturday, 2 of them critically injured. There are no laws in North Carolina that require rental homes be inspected. So we asked a deck builder here where to look for signs of structural damage, and he suggested go below.
Some of the older decks, particularly down in North Carolina where they're exposed to salt water, salt air, you get corrosion. You look for rust. You look for watermarks where rust has dripped down. If you've got rust, something's corroding.
You can also give the deck the sway test. If it moves when you do, that is the sign of a serious structural problem. Another shark attack over the weekend, an 8th person attacked by a shark off the coast of North Carolina this summer. It happened Saturday over the 4th of July weekend. That's in Surf City. We're told the man was taken to the hospital. has now been treated and released. No word, though, on the extent of his injuries. Back in June, an 8-year-old boy was bitten in the leg by a shark there, also in Surf City.
Happening now, Fredericksburg police are looking for a fourth suspect, in the fatal shooting of Tishon Dorsey that happened last month. Officers say Kareem Rose, who you see here, is believed to be armed and dangerous. He's facing a felony charge of shooting into an occupied dwelling. Nakina Barnett, Anthony Correa, and Derek Morton have been arrested in the same case. If you know anything about where Rose may be, call your local police. In Chesterfield, police have arrested a woman charged with embezzlement. They say it happened at the Virginia Physicians for Women on Midlothian Turnpike. Edith Harris, who you see here, is accused of taking more than $800,000 over 5 years. She was a billing specialist there. She's facing 11 counts of embezzlement. Divers have recovered the body of a Fairfax teen who drowned in Lake Anna over the weekend. The Louisa County Sheriff says 19-year-old Justin Briggs was last seen on a dock yesterday afternoon. His body was found about 20 feet from that dock just a few hours later.
A man charged with binding a dog's legs and setting it on fire in Virginia Beach is back behind bars tonight.
Good.
Arthur Vieira was granted bond last month after being charged with felony animal cruelty. The Commonwealth appealed that decision. Today, a judge revoked the bond.
That's
Police
right.
believe the dog was set on fire while it was still alive.
That's right.
A grand jury has indicted 2 sailors accused of strangling a cat to death in Virginia Beach. In April, animal control officers found that cat dead. Justin Page and Cody Jerridan are charged with felony animal cruelty. The Norfolk SPCA says Page had adopted that cat from their shelter earlier this year.
In Chesterfield tonight, police are investigating a car fire that happened at the William Gwynn Estates. This was early Sunday morning. Police say a suspect or suspects went into someone's garage on Speaks Drive through a side door, stole property, and then set the blaze. If you know anything about what happened, please call Crime Solvers. We turn now to news where you live in Petersburg, where a bus stop is now on the Commonwealth's list of registered historic places.
It's one of 5 places added this weekend. So why is this bus stop so significant?
8 News anchor Abijoy Burnett was in Petersburg today and explains.
At the corner of Washington and North Adams, Petersburg traffic moves along.
I don't have a lot of knowledge about it,
Mostly ignoring this vacant building.
but I do know this has been a bus station ever since basically I can remember.
The Trailways bus station, built in 1946, is getting recognized for its significant place in civil rights history, almost 60 years later. This was a stop for freedom riders. They peacefully protested segregation on buses.
This is in that building. Yeah.
Lucius Edwards was only a teen then.
By that time, really, almost all of this stuff was against the law. It's just that the local locales and all had not enforced it.
And even after southern states unwillingly accepted that separate but equal was no longer the law of the land, old habits, even in this building, weren't easily broken.
People were so trained. It just went to the same. If there were 2 doors, one said colored, they would just go to the same door they've been going through all their life.
Today, the newly bestowed designation as a historic landmark means new life will soon come to this building.
If it means anything to history, I think it ought to be preserved as best as possible.
And so it seems it will be. So what's next for this building?
Well, right now, Northern Virginia Company owns it, and they're looking into restoring it, possibly bringing in retail space, maybe a restaurant. They just want to make sure that it fits the aura of that area. There's a lot of redevelopment that's going on. And also, because it's now a historic landmark, they could get tax credits to restore the building.
Nice.
Fantastic.
All right.
Wonderful news. Abijoy Burnett, thank you.
And we have news where you live now in Richmond. The city has a brand new website where you can see exactly how much money the city is spending and what they're spending it on. It covers everything from trip reimbursement to uniforms. Councilman John Belial's pushed for the city to publish its check registry. But just how transparent is it really? All right, news reporter Claudia Rupsich will have much more tonight at 11. The FDA has delayed a ruling that may affect millions of Americans. The agency is deciding whether makers of generic drugs can independently update warnings when they learn about new risks. That ability is currently restricted to name brand manufacturers. The FDA has not released a reason for this change in date. The ruling, expected in September, is now scheduled to come down in February of 2016.
Still ahead tonight, We'll have new details on the fate of that Confederate battle flag flying over the South Carolina State House. Lawmakers voted today.
Plus, Google gets into the ride-sharing business. It's a little different from your average Uber ride. We'll have details on that. And remember, we want you to become a part of 8 News with iReport 8. Share your photos, videos, your story ideas. Let us know what's happening in your neighborhood, where you live. Email ireport8@wric.com or call our hotline 330-8000. You're watching 8 News at 6, covering news where you live from Atoka to Prince George.
Stay with us. Christina and John and I are back after... Oh, look, Abigail's there in the corner. Her, too. Returning after a quick break. Hey, you're in the shot. What are you doing?
Fairway Windows is the only one to call for a complete maintenance-free replacement window for just $175 installed. That includes all the exterior trimming free. Only Fairway Windows can offer.
What I love about Patient First is the name fits.
9 Richmond area medical centers. Learn more at patientfirst.com.
For some, grilling is an art, but it's really about the cuts of meat that won't be rushed. The vegetables, alive with flavor, and seafood that only needs a kiss of smoke. Anything less, and you're just playing with fire. Kroger has the fresh cuts and locally harvested produce that will make you want to get out and grill.
Juicy USDA Choice whole boneless beef ribeye is $6.99 a pound, and whole seedless watermelons are $3.99 each. Great food, low prices at Kroger.
If you see stair-step cracks in your brick, cracks in your sheetrock, or you may even have gaps appearing around doors and windows, foundation damage could be present. Call for a free on-site evaluation today or visit us on the web for more information.
Stay prepared for severe storms. Download the NBC 12 First Warning Weather app.
Can Bosley regrow your hair?
This is my own growing hair that I can comb, cut, style, do whatever I want with it.
The results I've achieved have been exceptional. This is my real hair. I can do with it whatever I want. This is mine.
Bosley gave me my hair back. I cut this hair. I wash this hair. I mess this hair up if I want to mess this hair up.
I can't explain to you the way that it made me feel to be able to wear my hair down, go out on a date, and have confidence again.
Can Bosley regrow your hair?
This is my hair. This is my hair.
Call or go online for your free, no-obligation self-evaluation kit. Plus, call in the next 6 minutes, and we'll even send you this $250 gift certificate. The information is free, so choose to grow back your own real hair. Choose Bosley. Call now.
If you're injured, don't fight alone.
I was dealing with all of it by myself, and it was just such a relief when David Direct walked into that emergency room.
When someone's been involved in an accident, their life has been turned upside down. The experience we have as trial attorneys enables us to help our clients obtain the financial recovery they deserve.
They go above and beyond to take care of you, and you never have to worry about anything else after they handle your case.
The NASCAR community is reacting to the crash at Daytona early this morning that sent a car airborne and into a fence, injuring several spectators. Mark Davis joins us now with reaction from Richmond International Raceway. Mark, what are they saying there?
Oh, Sabrina, first off, many getting their first look at that crash when they woke up this morning. And whenever an extraordinary wreck like that occurs, it has tracks all across the country taking another look at safety measures. Of course, RIR no different, and while track personnel not available for any on-camera comment today, through email, a track official said that they're constantly evaluating how to make events safer for drivers and fans, that every track is different, but they learn from all incidents. Every track being different is key. Super speedway like Daytona, 2.5 miles around, while RIR is 3/4 of a mile and sees cars go about 70 miles per hour slower than Daytona, so one can infer much less likely to see a wreck like that here than Daytona. The banking at the action track is also not as steep. And as for last night's crash, Austin Dillon and all 5 fans all okay, suffering just minor injuries. On your side, Mark Davis, NBC 12 News.
Thanks. A night on the lake turns deadly for 19-year-old Justin Briggs. He died Sunday after falling in the water at Lake Anna. How did that kill him? Christina Hadd is in Louisa County tonight with more on what happened.
Police say this was supposed to be the start of a 4th of July tradition that instead ended in a terrible tragedy.
It's enormously tragic, and it makes me wonder what was going on.
The body of 19-year-old Justin Briggs of Fairfax was pulled from Lake Anna Sunday evening. A tragic end to a weekend getaway for a group of 25 teens.
It appears as though he was standing on the corner of a pontoon boat that was docked right there at the dock, and he slipped and suffered a head injury and went underwater.
Major Lowe says he fell between 12 and 3 a.m. on Sunday in the 2500 block of Hensley Road.
Nobody realized that he was missing until the next day. And of course, teenagers, they sleep late, so they're not even getting up until about 10 o'clock, 11 o'clock in the morning, and they start realizing that, hey, he's not here.
Briggs is described as an extremely likable person who is sometimes a loner. The discovery of his body had a large effect on not only his friends, but law enforcement as well.
It's horrible. Those are days you hate being a police officer.
As word of his death made it around the area, the same thoughts were echoed.
I'm really sorry to hear about this. This is sad. Yeah.
This incident remains under investigation as the medical examiner determines the exact cause of death. On your side in Louisa County, Christina Head, NBC 12 News.
At this time, it does not appear that alcohol was a factor in his death.
A suspect is now in custody accused of stabbing and killing a man on a D.C. Metro train. Jasper Spires is facing first-degree murder charges. He's accused of stabbing 24-year-old Kevin Sutherland to death on the train as it approached the station Saturday afternoon. The motive is still unclear. Ride-sharing services are exploding in popularity, and here's the evidence. Just last week, the Virginia DMV reports more than 23,000 vehicles have been registered for use with Uber, Lyft, and other ride-sharing companies. That's according to the Virginian pilot. And that number is bigger than the number of people living in Hopewell or Colonial Heights. The pilot reports when the DMV only expected about 6,000 people. Now, to give you an idea of just how popular they have become, well, there are more drivers.
Accurate, reliable, trusted, Central Virginia's weather specialists. This is NBC 12 First Warning Weather.
All right, we're looking at temperatures upper 70s, Richmond Airport. The rain has cooled the air down there, mid-80s where there has not been the rain. Wakefield, 87 degrees. It was close to 90 this afternoon. And there are the showers there, soaring off to the northeast. And for Metro Richmond, I don't think we're going to see a lot more than what's coming through right now. This one moving through southern Prince Edward County may produce a few more showers in the Midlothian shortly. But this was coming through the Metro Richmond area, Mechanicsville area up toward Ashland. Some heavy rain showers there, and then a little batch of some heavy rain up in western Hanover County. Want to check out our, let's look at our hail tracker, and it's not activating for me, but let me try one more time. Not working. There we go. Hail tracker right now, because we did have reports of some small hail, and a little bit of it out here over Hanover County, but it's very small hail, and certainly nothing large out of that. So the bottom line, the heavy rain, the big feature with some of these showers as they are moving quickly to the east-northeast. This one now, we're in the metro area from Mechanicsville to the north, will be crossing to Mangohick at around 6:39, Ayla Mill at around 6:58. Assuming that holds together, then there's a bigger line of storms out here to the east of Richmond from King and Queen County into eastern King William County, central New Kent County, and that is moving very rapidly to the northeast. We'll take it over West Point shortly, then Jamaica, Saluda probably within the next half hour to 40 minutes as that moves out to the middle peninsula into the northern neck. Heavy rain, again, the main feature with these. These are non-severe, but they could really pack a punch with the rainfall and maybe some small hail. Here's the setup. We have that Bermuda high, basically in control, a little trough over the area, helping to focus some of these showers we've seen develop this afternoon. That won't be in play tomorrow. A frontal boundary will be approaching, but that won't be a big factor either. So dry weather for the most part tomorrow with heat and humidity.